have a great deal of work to do, so no one must slack. You can have a party tonight. You would have a marvelous party tonight, and you could clear up tomorrow, but on Monday, you know, we've got a big job to do in some of those inner cities.
Coming up.
Attention, please. We are approaching London Heathrow. Please fasten your seatbelts and extinguish all cigarettes. Thank you.
Now I gotta go, baby.
Meet someone at the airport.
You get pimples on your tongue for telling lies. You mean your wife's got the dinner on and you gotta get home?
My wife? It's funny, Anna. The more Rosie hears about you, the more she's knocked out by you.
Ah, there's another one right there.
She's especially intrigued and totally knocked out by you having a W tattooed on each buttock. Rosie wants to know if it's some kind of New York code.
You know what it is, you couch potato. It's just so that if I bend over, it spells wow.
Mr. Weaver? Mr. Weaver, it's Rosie.
There's two things my main squeeze Rosie doesn't believe in. Getting the dinner on and sexual fidelity. She thinks jealousy is wickeder than adultery. If she could see us now, doing your accounts, Anna, she'd feel so unpossessed from a bottle of champagne.
I haven't seen my old man for 5 years. When he was young and poor, he lived in England. Then he went home to get powerful. He dumped me with my mother when they split up. He never wanted me. He left me here.
I think I must have been the result of a premature ejaculation.
You worship him, don't you? Does he have any kids by his other wife?
Not really. Only daughters.
He's got to see me at my best tonight. Plenty of dough, decent flat. Rosie, not looking too tired.
For me, England is hot buttered toast on a fork in front of an open fire and cunty fingers.
What the hell is this?
My son Sammy is a very successful accountant.
And he lives here.
I'm afraid so.
Rafi? Rafi!
Oh, Rosie!
What's wrong? Didn't Sammy pick you up?
The only thing that boy's picking up at the moment is a sexually transmitted disease. Is this World War typical of your streets?
The police shot a woman by mistake. They were looking for her son. It's easy enough to mistake a 50-year-old office cleaner for a 20-year-old jazz trumpeter. Disgusting. You roll the condom over the erect carrot. Squeezing it out of the deep.
Carrots are more attractive than ding-dongs.
There you have it.
Slightly more prolific in vegetables. I wouldn't know.
Rafi, these are my breath.
My God, are they really?
Everything right outside, Vivian?
No, not at all. We ought to go. Come on. We better go.
No, I'm going to hang around. I'll see you later.
You will really?
Yes. See you later. How do you like our place, Rafi? Aren't they just in clover?
Well, 50% clover, 50% synthetic materials.
Have you retired entirely from politics, Mr. Rahman?
Oh, yes, yes.
Well, Asians in Britain have followed your political career with absolute fascination. I'd love to interview you for a paper I'm working with.
I'm here purely as a private person.
Mr. Deman, someone like you could never be a purely private person. Why are you so interested in Rafi? How much do you actually know about him, Rosie?
Not much. I knew that he was something in the government over there. He's always claiming to be a friend of Mao Zedong.
Not that that'll get him into any nightclubs. I'll dig up some stuff about him. I think it'll interest you.
Okay.
By the way, take care. Thank you.
He's got a lot of freelance work. Actors, musicians, disc jockeys. The cream of the scum, Sammy.
I hear the food in the West is a tribute to chemistry rather than nature.
What do you want to do in London, Rafi?
I want to see you both, because I love you. Plus, there's an old friend I have here, Alice. And before I die, I must know my beloved London again. For me, it is the center of civilization, tolerant, intelligent, completely out of control now, I hear.
Well, that depends on which newspaper you read.
Hey, dude, wanna buy some black ash, Coke?
What's going on here, man?
Shoot him. Bad murder, man. Big trouble.
There has been a strong hand on this country, yes?
Well, the working class hasn't entirely been beaten down by it, but the way things
Exactly. In my country, the English, not working all them. In my factory, people really work. That's how wealth is created. Luckily, black is still my favorite color.
Rafi, you are still wicked.
And you're still my favorite daughter-in-law. To prove it, I'll give you a present. Come. Yeah, put it on. You know who gave it to me? Mao Zedong. That's who.
Hello, Dad. Rosie. Sorry I'm late. I was just looking into 1 and 2 important avenues. What have you got in your head?
Sorry. Of course, Auntie Rani's dog bites everyone. The husband, the children,
I'm going out
the
soon,
servants.
Sammy.
Where?
She won't have him destroyed.
Tonight?
I'd put it to him.
Tonight?
Wouldn't you, Sammy?
Ah, don't go anywhere tonight. Something's happening out there. It'd be bloody, you know.
When black people were attacked before and defended themselves, you didn't used to stay in and have your supper.
Rosie, my father's here.
One of my cases died today. An old man. You wonder what your own life means.
Am I in your own room?
We're putting you in Rosie's study.
Don't hurt him.
He did abandon me years ago. He's a stranger to me.
I think he wants to get to know you again.
Stay with us tonight, Rosie.
I've arranged to see Walter.
Your boyfriend. Lover.
I said I would. But I am honest with you at least. Sammy, freedom plus commitment. Those were our words. They were to be the 2 pillars of our life and love together. Didn't we agree? I tell you what I want. I don't want deadness or order. Sometimes I want a little passion.
Don't let me stand in your way.
I can't always mother you, baby.
I expect it's a wild street party, Pop. Me. And here's some cotton wool for your earwells.
Where's Rosie?
Just popped out for some fresh air.
How's married life? Good? Bad?
Married life? It's a scream.
Son, I'm in great danger. I'm here in London partly because my life has been threatened there.
Who from? Can't you tell me?
Does it matter? Let's just say that from now on, I'm in your hands.
Wars, you know? Haven't you got jet like that? Don't go out there, Dad. My God. I don't understand why ever you live here.
It's cosmopolitan, Pop. And cheap.
Enough! Yes, go!
Come on, let's go away. Please.
I want to see this.
Leonardo da Vinci would have lived in the inner city.
You're certain about that, are you?
Yes, because the city is a mass of fascination. Move!
And madmen.
Anna, cut it out. This is my father.
Oh, pleased to meet you, sir. Welcome to England. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Oh, I'll give you a ring.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Rosie says...
Yes? What does the great Rosie say?
Rosie says these revolts are an affirmation of the human spirit. A kind of justice is being done.
Fuck's sake, fuck it!
Didn't I teach you more than one word at the school that I paid through my ass for you to attend?
But this is my fucking car!
Affirmation of the human spirit.
Come on, Pop. Why are you behaving like a baby? Let's go back through the rear entrance, eh?
Oh, yes. I don't want anything anymore. The things I own are a burden to me. So I've given the factory to your cousins.
What? Those idiots?
They're going in for air conditioners. I think making heaters in the world's most hottest country was not good business sense. The money that I've managed to get out of the country, and it's a lot of money.
Which total prick have you thrown that at, Pop?
One of my main reasons for coming here is to transfer that money to your accounts. You can have the money, provided you buy yourself a house in a part of England that is not twinned with Beirut. Is there anywhere left like that? I would also like some grandchildren. Please. There is money for them too.
How much?
Rafi Rahman?
Yes, I rang you yesterday to ask for some information.
I remember. Let me get the file to show you what we got.
Suppose we find out something about Rafi you wouldn't want to hear while you were eating your breakfast. What do we do then? Just tell Rosie and let her get on with it.
Wouldn't it be worse to conceal something we knew?
That's podium one.
Writing home already, Rafi? Well, you've only been here a few days and you've hardly been out.
Sweetie, read it. It's to my fondest relatives.
Street's on fire. I wish you were here.
Rosie, one more thing. What about the sound of little footsteps here? Huh? Isn't it time?
Rafi.
Rosie, I know you're some kind of a feminist, but you're not a lesbian, are you?
I am thinking about having a child.
That would give me immense happiness.
And that's exactly what I want, Rafi.
Good. You've cheered me up. Now I can even dare to go onto the streets.
I'll take you home.
Rights or no rights?
Revolt. It's a revolt.
This society may be on its last legs, but I expected a cockfosters. Please point me to the north and say a little prayer in my favor.
It might surprise you, but there's a lot of money to be made out of this.
You're a wealthy, intelligent businessman. You've got to invest in this area for your sake and ours. You can do whatever you like.
I've got to have that open space under the motorway. Then we can talk.
Well, come on.
Danny, my name is. People who like me call me Victoria. People who don't like me call me Jerkoff. I know these tube lines. Sometimes I travel the tubes all day.
I'm going to meet a woman, Alice, who I have not seen for 20 years. I used to stay at her house when I left the university. In those days, before you were born, there was Calabar in England. They gave me shelter, she and her husband. Then I went back home to marry. But I loved her terribly. Why are they looking at us like that?
They think we're going to rob their houses.
God, things have changed so little here. Poor Alice. She was born and brought up in India, you know.
She's black then?
No, extremely white. Her family were in India for generations. I think I probably threw anti-colonial stones at her father's house. It was only years later I met Alice here in England. That's it. Okay, Victoria. Be seeing you. Thanks.
You won't make it out here in the country on your own.
This isn't the country, you damn fool. It's just respectable. I shall never forget the kindness you showed me.
But you did forget, Rafi. You forgot all about me. Sometimes when you were in the government there, I'd see you on TV talking about some crisis or another. You were impressive. Though I came to associate you exclusively with aeroplane hijackings. Did think you'd come and see me before, you know. Shall I make some more Earl Grey tea? Don't be distressed, Rafi. For me, you are still a charming and delightful man. Would you like a piece of the Jamaica rum cake?
Alice, there is someone I think you should meet. This is my map reader and guide, Victoria. We owe this visit to his ingenuity and kindness.
Hello.
You nearly gave me a fucking heart attack when I saw you outside Alice's window. What are you doing now? Haven't you anywhere to go to?
I'm with you, aren't I?
What's the matter, Victoria?
For a long time, right? I've been for non-violence. Never gone for burning things down. I can see the attraction, but not the achievement. After all, you guys ended colonialism non-violently. You'd sit down all over the place, right? Well, we have a kind of domestic colonialism to deal with here, because they don't allow us to run our own communities. But if full-scale civil war breaks out, we can only lose. And what's going to happen to all that beauty?
If I lived here, I would be on your side. It's the necessity of the age. Gives me hope.
Well, how should we fight? That's what I want to know.
Had a good day at the office, dear. I only had one suicide today.
How's that dreary, untalented prick?
Walter. He's got an exhibition.
Yes? What's he exhibiting?
His sculptures.
A Frears Renaissance man. Rosie, I think we should have a kid, you know. My sea's pretty rich at the moment. I've examined it. I'm well hot to trot in that respect.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be a responsible father. The unfair sex is so far to go.
I can't see my old man staying here too long, can you? Any noodles, a Jeep?
You kissed your father on the nose and said he could stay forever.
You have to do that. It's a well-known lie.
The noodles are looking right at you.
So they are. Any Indian sweets? You're joking. You're not joking. A Jeep, it's a terrible disgrace.
Samir, I tell you, the trash took everything in the looting.
Your father announced how long he wants to stay with us. 1 or 2
weeks?
Years, he said.
What?
Oh, your hands down there. No, your hands down there now. Look on. Hold on. Get on. Here, there, get on. Hold on. Go on. Go on.
Victoria.
Did you see him filing his fingernails?
Putting powder between his toes.
Or cutting hair in his ears. Do you know, he handed me his washing and said, be sure not to use too hot an iron on this silk shirt.
Stop bad-mouthing my father, you silly bitch.
Fuck off.
I'd better tell you, Rosie. He's pretty keen to unload some dough on us. It's a lot of dough man about here, darling, so we'd better get fucking respectful right now. I don't think they're coming any more against his wealth than me, Rosie, but didn't Engels have a factory? Right, let's take the money.
Sammy, I think you should know that your father was probably guilty of some other things as well.
What things? Besides paternalism, greed, general dissipation, mistreatment of my mother, vicious exploitation.
Well, he...
What's the matter, boy?
What the hell's going on?
Live nearby?
Not far. You?
Right here.
What a thing.
And here come the elephants.
I've got to finish some accounts right now.
Mr. Jumbo and
And Rosie's got to get on with her writing.
And what is Rosie writing?
A major article.
On bodybuilding?
Sorry. Yeah. Kindly. It's on the ins and outs, the types, qualities and varieties of... It's a kind of historical, socio-political investigation into kissing.
Did you say kissing? Speak up, boy. Did you say kissing?
Yeah. The Intelligent Woman's Guide to Kissing in History.
Every single zebra has its own special pattern that others recognize. Are they exactly the same? No more than you or I.
Thanks a double bundle for this, Pop.
Why do zebras have stripes? To make it harder for lions to see.
I want to give you and my grandchildren everything I possess. Everything that is me.
Here comes a lion lurking in the bush.
And you?
Prey, the zebra.
Have you any money? Give him some damn dough.
The zebra runs like mad to escape.
Oh, Rosie. What is this I hear?
About what, Rafi?
Kissing. The intelligent woman's approach.
Oh, you mean snogging is a socio-economic, political, psychological, physical event sunk in a profound complex of determinations? Well, don't tell me that for you a kiss is just a kiss.
Just a kiss.
My husband. Our married mouths.
Lions live in a group.
That is one thing. Its meaning is clear. Now this.
Lions play together before they mate. This female is asking the male to mate with her. She bites him gently and then rubs her body against his. Females often give off a special smell when they're ready to mate. The lion waits lazily, and throughout the hot day he's been resting in the shade. Now it's evening, and time for his dinner. His tongue is long.
Now that is a very different kind of kiss, with a different social and political meaning.
When he attacks, his sharp claws dart out. This cruelty.
So as you can all see, there's so much to say on the subject of snogging, you don't know where to begin. Let's go out to dinner, eh?
He hardly speaks to me, Rosie. Why doesn't he look after me as Polly's only father? Has he no feelings for me at all?
Why doesn't he carve miniatures?
Perhaps he should. But why doesn't he?
Rafi, he doesn't know how to love you.
Perhaps being ignorant of feelings helps him to be a chartered accountant.
He isn't completely ignorant of feelings, but you did reject him.
It was his ugly mother I rejected. I was made to marry her, so I sent her to England and married again. You're very loyal to Sammy. She's a decent woman. So you got the nice check I gave you?
In my pocket, Daddy-o.
Let me have a look at it.
You know what a check looks like, don't you? Well, it's one of those.
Yes, but I want to know if you're going to return it to your father like you said you would.
Why should I? Rosie, we're all set up now.
Yes, your principles annoy me. They will pull down my son. Cheers to us all.
Cheers, Dad.
That woman is a real star.
Now you're speaking like a damn dyke.
More wine. By the way, didn't a journalist who once described you as plump have his teeth smashed in?
If his face had a mishap, it improved his appearance. Besides, his wife stole underwear from Marks and Spencer's, which stole the reputation of my country.
When you were in the government over there, people, opposition people sometimes, were murdered and tortured, weren't they?
Rosie, let's enjoy our meal.
No, I want him to answer. It's important.
Sometimes, a little bit, it happens in the world. Which is necessary at times. Everyone will admit that.
Didn't they have to drink the urine of their own jailers? Didn't
Didn't you hang mullahs, religious people, upside down on skewers and wear red chilies stuck up their arses?
If there were, it was a waste of time. Let's have some more wine. Waiter. Some wine, please.
I think Rosie wants to say that charm is no substitute for virtue.
My government awoke the downtrodden and expelled Western imperialists. I nationalized the banks. I forged ties with the Palestinians. Think of that. Comrade, Khrushchev and I...
I just want to know.
No, nothing but self-righteousness.
I just want to know what it's like to kill, to maim, to torture, and what did you do in the evenings?
Please, keep the noise down.
Yes, I'm terribly sorry.
I was in jail myself, you know. 90 days ill with malaria. I didn't see sunshine. In my next cell, lunatics were screaming. Their voices were more irritating than yours.
You have increased the amount of evil in the universe.
You've never suffered. You've never had to make hard political decisions.
Yes, I have every day in my work.
You are only concerned with homosexuals and women. The luxuries that rich oppressors can afford. We were concerned with poverty, imperialism, feudalism. Real issues that burn people.
We're only asking what it's like to destroy another human life. Yes, all right, we're going.
A man who hasn't killed is a virgin and doesn't understand the importance of love. A man who sacrifices the others for the benefit of the whole is in a terrible position that is essential. Even you know that. I come from a land ground into the dust by 200 years of imperialism. The West will dominate us, and you reproach us for using the methods that you taught us. I help people for their own good, and damage others for the same reason, just like you in your feeble profession. Be careful what you say to me in future, little girl. Remember who I am, and have respect.
Who are you, Rafi? Who?
Rosie. He's my father.
So now you'll be able to have your own new car, huh? Rosie's car is good, but small. The river looks ravishing tonight. It must always be very depressing for you to get back to the ghetto.
We try to entertain ourselves. And Rosie suggested the other night that we have a little party for your dad. Yes. Just a few friends. Ours and yours. Would you like that?
Yes, it would be delightful. I must say you both have been very kind to me. Most of the times.
It was Rani and Vivia that got that information about your father.
There's all kinds of rumors about him. Some people say he gave hundreds of pounds to beggars in the streets. Others say their relatives were bumped off. No one knows a thing for sure, Rosie, least of all you.
No, Sammy, you've got to
Despite
face
everything, Rosie, just admit it. He's a cheerful bastard with great spirit. Great generosity and optimism. He did miracles for that country. He was a freedom fighter. We're just soft, middle-class people who have everything and know nothing.
Sammy, just shut up a minute. Will you let me read something? Will you let me?
What is it?
I will tell the truth of what prison was like there. On the first day, they began to hit me on the back of my neck. Then they tied a wire around my testicles. A thin tube was pushed into my penis, while someone forced a gun up into my arse, ripping the walls of my rectum until I was bleeding badly. I wanted to kill myself. Another man sat on my chest and stuck 2 fingers into each of my nostrils, tearing upwards until I thought I was going to choke. There were people I would willingly have betrayed, but I couldn't speak. 2 soldiers would ask me a question, and then pushed my head into a toilet overflowing with human excrement. Later, they taped adhesive over the end of my penis, so I didn't pee for 5 days. The pain got worse and worse. I began to...
All right. All right.
What's going to happen? We did say we'd have a little do, get some people round to meet him. We can't let a bit of torture get in the way of a party. But who will we invite?
We just have to round up the usual social deviants, communists, lesbians, blacks, with a sprinkling of the mentally subnormal to start the dancing.
Yeah?
And Victoria, yes?
I do love you more than anyone else I've known.
Me too, stupid. But we're both looking for a way out, though, aren't we, eh?
We're gonna need some more booze, Pop. You wouldn't mind popping out, would you?
I can feel that you've turned against me in the last few days, even though your ignorance about me is profound. But there is something that you must hear me say. Look at this.
The protection, Pop. We're always getting burgled. Those deprived are right out of control.
Yes, London has become a cesspit. You'd better come home, Samir.
I am home, Pop. This is the bosom.
What a sullen young man you are. I mean home to your own country, where you'll be valued, where you'll be rich, where you'll be powerful. What can you possibly like about the city now?
Well, on Saturdays, we like to walk on the towpath and kiss and argue. Then we go to the bookshop and buy novels, written by women. Or we walk past the Albert Hall and up through Hyde Park. Then things really hot up. If we can get cheap seats, we go to a play at the Royal Court. But if there's nothing on that hasn't been well reviewed by The Guardian, we go to the alternative cabaret in Earl's Court in the hope of seeing our government abused. Or if we're really desperate for entertainment, we go to a seminar on semiotics at the ICA, which Rosie especially enjoys.
The same fear at losing control of meaning as the fear of a father losing control of female desire. Yeah?
What's the relation between a bag of crisps and the self-enclosed unity of a linguistic sign?
We love our city, and we belong to it.
The signified and signifier in place.
Neither of us are English.
So strong that
We're Londoners, you see.
This is something people don't want to see musician. Put out and work through technology. What all musicians should not know already. To build a computer with them, it is very easy. You emulate on a drum machine and the key. And you can build a rhythm like anybody. But nowadays, them a think quite because it comes to...
Did you give him the money back?
Before I do anything, I need something to relax me.
Have a couple of Valium.
Victoria! Come on. You'd better come to a party.
Why do you think we don't want to screw now?
Usual reasons. Boredom. Indifference. Repulsion.
They rowing?
Nah, just talking each other to death.
Oh, listen. Talking about sex.
Yeah, it's only heterosexual sex. You know, that stuff where the woman spends the whole time trying to come, but can't. And the man spends the whole time trying to stop himself coming, but can't.
I wonder if it matters as lying there night after night. As if the Berlin Wall had been built down the middle of the bed.
Don't ask me about sex. I know more about carrots. I expect it's an acquired taste one could do without.
You?
Kiss me.
Not you. Christ. How can things become so strange between a common couple?
Rosie calls this household the Hedgehogs. Because there are so many pricks around.
Yeah, but not all pricks are men.
Now we're together. Tell me quickly, have you decided to buy that house in Hatfield with the money I've given you?
I said it's love this time. I want to be with her. I can't imagine being with anyone for more than 2 weeks.
Sammy's our accountant. He never said his father was Rafi Rahman. He kept that quiet.
I was in Dhaka when the army came in. I think my father was killed, falling out of bed.
I will show you my life. A geography of suffering. Open heart surgery, gallbladder, lung removal. Appendicitis, it's a miracle how I'm alive. Touch them.
Oh, are you sure?
Oh, yeah, treat yourself. The Kennedy children used to stay in my house.
I like men that try to impress me. They make me laugh. Although I was curious about other bodies. Other men. And one is curious. And though I loved someone else, I loved Rafi. I was faithful to my husband for no other reason than we believed in not lying to each other. Loyalty and honesty were the important things to us, not attraction. Not something called pleasure. You look cool. Is he your kid? What's he called?
Rosie, I've missed you.
You don't know me.
If I knew you, it would have been worse.
I do Gestalt therapy, an hour of Indian yoga followed by Buddhist chanting. Do you chant?
Chant what, my dear?
Mantras, to calm yourself.
I am calm. It's agitation I see. You young international people mystify me. For you, the world and culture is a departmental store. You come in and take something you like from every floor, and you have no attachment, so your life is incoherent and shallow.
I'm a free spirit open to everything.
We didn't have exaggerated expectations of what sex and love could offer. So we didn't throw each other over at the first unhappiness.
You didn't have your own lives. You lived through men. The penis was your lifeline. Let's keep in touch anyway. We can exchange telephone numbers. My name's Vivian.
Why don't we get out of this lonely place and go to a lonely one?
And where is Lady Chatterley?
Piss off.
I think I've become a very free and liberated person.
Sammy,
What are you doing?
taking pictures. We wanted to talk to you, Mr. Demand.
If you don't mind.
About politics and things.
About some things that happen to some people.
If I were you two girls...
Yeah?
Rafi, Alice is looking for you. Please, not now. You know who you've got living in your flat. It's typical of your class and background. Your politics are just surface. I'm sorry. I didn't hate him. This is liberalism gone mad. Ready?
For anything.
My father's got a small furniture shop. He used to be the mayor of Bromley. My mother was having an affair with the official chauffeur. I haven't spoken to my dad for years. He's crude, vicious, racist, ignorant. I'd happily die without seeing his face again. I changed my name and became myself.
Are you going to come in for some hot chocolate? Follow me up the yellow brick road.
Anna, how'd you like my new car?
I got it for him.
And what's he got to do for you in return?
Care for me a little bit.
Good night.
You're quite an entertainment.
I'm staying here tonight. I want to be with Alice.
No. At night.
At all hours.
And on all fours.
The English waste their women. There is a good 10 years wear in Alice. You don't know what a good woman she is. In fact, you don't know anything about women, period.
What do you mean, for God's sake?
Where is your wife, for instance?
My father would smash me across the room, and then he'd put on his mare's chain and open church bazaars. Since then, I've had difficulty in coming to terms with men's minds. Their bodies are all right.
The neighborhood's busy tonight.
I like you in that dressing gown. I'd like you out of it, too. Do your kids come to see you?
Once or twice a year.
Is that more or less the times that they go to the dentist?
One works in the city, the other in property.
Rich?
Of course, Rafi.
The bonds are severed, though. And love is sought everywhere except at the home. What is wrong with the home?
Usually the people who live there. It's years since I've done this. And for you?
When I can, I like to.
Like most women, my life has been based on denial, on the acknowledgement of limits.
Christ, Alice. Let's just have fun.
Would you like to be with me tonight?
Trying to go into a whole new regime.
What for?
That prick keeps leading me into trouble. I'm like a little man being pulled around by a big dog.
In my kissing research, I've learned that some people have hard tongues. Others' tongues are just so soft you feel like sticking a fork in them. Others kiss so much like vacuum cleaners you fear for your fillings. But this... this is a kiss.
I can't stop touching you.
Would you rather be writing a letter?
Rosie, I'm telling you something.
Even biting your neck. I love necks. Necks are mine.
The woman who brought me up, because my mum was out at work all day, lived right near you. That's why I've watched you so often in the street.
Why didn't you say anything?
I felt, well, I was quite a woman. But I thought, Victoria, you're well outclassed here. That was until I realized you're downwardly mobile.
What about the woman who brought you up?
Paulette. Police just went into her house and shot her up. That was the start of the rebellion. Nobody knows the shit black people have to go through in this country.
You must be thinking about Rosie right now. How completely odd and freakish for a husband to think about his wife when he's with his lover.
What the fuck?
How many lovers have you had in the past 2 years?
About...
Yeah?
12 or so.
For you, pursuing a woman is like hang gliding. They're a challenge, something to be overcome. It's fucking out of date, man. It's about time you learned how to love someone. That's what fucking life is, baby.
Women like Vivier are unnatural. And odious, of course. There's something I've noticed about men that you would understand. One is constantly having to forgive men. Always they're wanting their women to see into them, understand them, absolve them. Is there anything in that line you'd like me to help you with, Rafi, dear?
There. That point's directly related to my fallopian tubes. There. Small intestine. Yeah. Diaphragm.
What would you do if you discovered that someone close to you, a parent, say, had done some stuff that was horrific and unforgivable? They had ways of justifying it, of course. But still it so disturbed you, you couldn't bear it.
Your father? I don't know what I'd do, Sammy.
I don't know either, you know.
Come here.
I've got sunshine on a cloudy day, and it's cold outside. I've got the month of May. Oh, I the tree. Oh, I guess you will say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, talking about my girl, my girl.
What's going on?
They're checking us off this site. Either today, the next day, or the day after that.
What would you like to do today?
I think I should be moving us. Sammy and Rosie will be expecting me.
Why should they be expecting you? You really want to go, don't you? Is there anything you have urgently to do? I'd just like to know.
Alice, I would like to start writing my memoirs.
What are you looking at?
Photographs you took of the house I want to buy. Which should be Rosie's room?
Oh, I wanted to tell you. I'm doing an exhibition in New York. It's called Images of a Decaying Europe. So I thought I should photograph that black guy that Rosie went off with. Do you know where I can find him?
On top of my wife, I expect.
Sammy? Rosie? Sammy? Hey, Sammy. लाहौल वाला क़ुव्वत क्या है? क्या क्या कर रहे हो तुम लोग? निकल जाओ यहाँ से! आराम ज़ादियो, रंडियो, पता नहीं कहाँ से आए हो? निकल जाओ यहाँ से, बेवकूफ़ करके! थाओ।
मैं तेरी टट्टी के बाद आएंगे यहाँ। तुम्हें होना कौन है? साला रामी।
और की कह रही है? हाँ?
तुम्हें होना कौन है? साला रामी। रामी, तुम्हें होना कौन है? मैं तेरी टट्टी के बाद आएंगे।
Rafi, why don't you come by for a talk sometime? I'd like to see you.
I don't know where you live, Victoria.
Here, I'll draw you a map.
Up all night?
What the hell do you think you're doing kissing that useless, filthy street rat in the middle of the road?
I find that street rats have this aphrodisiac effect on you, Rafi.
See you then, Rafi.
I was adored once too.
Rosie? Where's Daddy-o?
He went off somewhere.
You didn't offend him, did you?
Offend him?
Yeah, you know. What's your favourite torturing method out of all the ones you know?
He's been here long enough.
We can't just chuck the old fucker's arse out onto the street. What'll he do? Become a busker?
Why, does he play a musical instrument? It's not as if he's poor, is it?
It is. We've got his money. And there are people who want to kill him.
Yes,
Listen! Today I looked at a house which would suit both of us bunny rabbits. So much room we could go for days without seeing each other. Or without seeing Pop.
Your father?
He could have the basement. Or dungeon, as we could call it.
I can't live in that part of London anymore. That's why I came back. Day after day, those kids burn down their own streets. It's hard on tourists like me.
Is that how this happened, in a mad riot?
Let's try and love each other a little. Can't we try and touch each other or something?
How did you enjoy sleeping with Anna last night?
To be honest, I'd rather have stayed in and redecorated the kitchen. You? You're smiling inside at the thought of Danny. Did you like each other?
He excited me terribly.
And the traffic didn't get on top of you?
I hate their ignorant anger and lack of respect for this great land. Being British must mean an identification with other similar people. If we're to survive, words like unity and civilization must be understood.
I like rebels and defiance.
Funny little fraud, you shot your rioters dead in the street. Things we enjoy, Constable, claret, Chopin, are a middle-class creation.
proletarian and theocratic ideas you theoretically admire grind civilization into dust.
Please. Sammy and Rosie have no human feeling for me. Would it be terribly painful having me to live here?
Well, you couldn't leave quickly enough this morning. There was barely a heartbeat between your eyes opening and the tube doors shutting.
I know. Alice, take pity on me. I have too many personal problems.
Come, let me show you something. That's me, as a baby, with the ire that brought me up for the first 8 years of my life.
What's this, Alice?
Every day for years, I waited for you. I poured out my heart to you. I told you everything. Pages of it. I waited like a fool for you to come back and take me away, as you said you would. Look at this. It's been 30 years since I closed this case. Here are all the things I packed to take with me. The books, the shoes, the perfume.
Alice!
I've waited for you for years. Every day I thought about you until I began to heal up. What I wanted was a true marriage, and you wanted power. Now you must be content with having introduced flogging for minor offenses, new capability, and partridge shooting into your country.
How bitterness can dry up a woman.
Where could the old man have got to?
Soap?
No, thanks. I've already washed today.
Sammy, all this is false, isn't it? I think we should try not living together. I think we should try being apart now.
Will you pull off my shoe?
If you had to choose between sleeping with George Eliot or Virginia Woolf, who would you choose?
On looks alone, I'd go for Virginia. Now you. De Gaulle or Churchill, including dinner, full intercourse, and a blowjob.
If we don't live together, if we live with other people, if we do entirely different things, I won't stop loving you.
That's not enough. We've got to be committed to each other.
It's not commitment you want, it's vagal hugging you're into.
Rosie, where's the old man? Do you think he's gone back to Alice's for a second helping of trifle? Danny or me?
That is easy.
I thought I would take you up and I'd offer to have tea. Is it beer or tea bags? Huh? You really live here all the time? Like you, it's the middle class I hate.
This land's been bought by the property people. The government's encouraging fat white men with bad haircuts to put money into the area.
When we first met, you and I, in the street, you were very kind to me. I'll never forget it.
A fine woman I loved got shut up by the police. Friends of ours were pulling whites from cars and beating them in revenge. I didn't know if I should be doing it.
Sammy, what are you doing?
Getting ready to leave now the decision's been made.
What
Yours,
decision?
mine. Yours, mine.
What decision?
Mine?
No, I bought it when we were at college.
I bought it. For you.
Well, whose does that make it officially? Oh, you take it. We read it to each other in Brighton. We made love on the train. Any news on Rafi?
I'll go round to Alice's tomorrow.
I'm sure you recognize me, though I don't look at my best. You said to Rosie that I was the price to be paid for the overall good of our sad country, yes?
Forgive me.
How could that be possible now?
Since I've tried to love people, and it was not I that made the mischief. I was not there, if it happened at all.
You were not there, it is true, but you gave the orders. You were in your big house, drinking illegally, slapping women's arses adulterously, sending your money out of the country, and listening, so I heard, to the songs of Vera Lynn.
The country needed a sense of direction, of identity. People like you organizing into unions discouraged and disrupted all progress.
All of human life you desecrated, Rafi Rahman.
finally joined the proletariat.
Looks like I'm on my way out.
What brings you here?
If it's you, Norman.
Yes, I'm proud to say, making London a cleaner and safer place.
I'm after someone. Can I get through?
Yes, just go this way.
Excuse me, please. Let me go through.
I am not leaving! We must not allow these fascist bastards to drive us away! We must fight! Fight! You never fought for anything in your damned life.
Would treat him just shows how liberal and heartless his society's become.
Well, they were there illegally.
But they've been there for so long.
It doesn't affect the law. The law is to protect the weak from the strong, the arranged from the arbitrary.
Yeah, but they're just the powerless, trying to find some place for themselves in this ruffled society.
Well, their place is up to society, not to their own whim.
It's hardly win, though, Alice. They've no given place in this society. Do they? Yeah. What is that? It's men. Mazes and handgate.
I wouldn't want to live under a motorway anyway. Maybe in Manchester.
I thought some of the caravans looked really comfortable.
So did some of the boys in them.
It's only like men from here to here.
You never told me. Why do you live in this country?
It's photogenic.
Where do you think the caravans will go from here?
Well, I expect they're heading towards Westminster.
What, the seat of our parliament?
Not under the bridge.
I still like men from here down to here. Civil servants.
Where's my dad?
In his room, I think. You okay?
Sure.
It's the city which is filthy, believe me, but everyone's sort of swilling around. Well, there's no structure, no peace. What's that people know him all about? Last time I was home, I lost count of the number of people staying in the house. What's it like living in the suburbs? I'd be screaming in 10 minutes.
Do people talk to you?
Really?
I'd hate that. I like it. I've been living there for 30 years. Nobody's interfered with me once.
Oh, I wish my neighbours
Hey,
would
Rosie.
interfere with me.
Yes.
son of mine.